Alrighty, welcome everybody to I guess, apparently the first official. I thought this was the second one, but apparently it's the first official 1v1 tournament in AVG. We've had a very spicy last hour of gameplay. It's actually almost exactly an hour because we started at 9 Eastern. So, yeah, right now we are in the first game. We're not in yet. We're getting loaded into the first game of the semis. All the bands are locked in, and the first game is going to be only Carnage versus the Asian Invasion. And with me, I have Complex here. He's going to do most of the shoutcasting since he's better at that than I am.
I mean, look, I don't like to toot my own horn too much, but yeah, no, we got a spicy first matchup here in the semifinals. Carnage opting to ban Akali, Yone, and Aatrox, and we got the Asian Invasion banning Dr. Mundo, Rumble, and Nocturne. So, definitely some spicy bans here. Let's talk about it a little bit here, real quick. What are some picks that you think are really, really strong in the current meta of the 1v1?
Meta, obviously, although Akali apparently has gotten the changes, the buffs reverted, I guess. I still think that it's a good pick just because Akali is just really good with the 1v1, especially when she hits level 6 with the Shroud. She can kind of just negate everything. Obviously, you want to go for more early game centric champions like Riven. I think Riven is really good if you know how to play her. She's really good. Renekton's really good, which we actually see right here. I don't know if the stream can see it, but we do have the lock-ins for the game 1. This is the best of 3, by the way. It's the best of 3.
Yeah. So to clarify, every game from here on out is a best of 3 throughout the rest of the bracket, and the Renekton versus Set matchup is a pretty spicy one. Carnage on the Renekton, he's practiced the pick quite a bit. It's one of his mainstays. And then the Asian Invasion on the Set. This is not a pick that I don't think we've seen him on throughout the course of the AVG season. But I mean, Set is a very strong pick. However, into Renekton, is it? I mean, this is a classic top lane matchup that, you see very often. And I mean, if I had to give an edge, I think I have to give the edge to probably the Renekton.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, looking at this matchup, like you said, typical top lane matchup, both pretty early game champions. But the main thing that I see here is the Set has the shield breaker. I believe that's what it's called. The W, the one with the big ass shield. And Renekton's empowered W just completely negates all of that. Like not the damage, but like
The shield portion of
the
it.
shield. Yeah, it's a shield cut. It destroys the shield. So it'll yeah. Carnage really has to play around the Fury that Renekton has, and he also has to try to bait out the shield before he uses the Fury, so he can kind of just negate the shield, get the stun, and hopefully just finish off the one shot there. On the other side, Set obviously has really good like he can kind of just bring people under tower because he can face break people, he can stun them, he can turn around, go behind them, and then he can just dunk them right underneath the tower, which is really good against Renekton. Although Renekton does have 2 dashes, it is really I think it can be really useful, especially in 1v1s when you're trying to get the first blood.
Yeah, and so looking at this right here with Renekton versus Set, I mean, look, if I look at the statistical values of it, Set usually wins the matchup or at least wins the game, but Renekton has the higher lane kill rate. So obviously, we're not seeing a full 5v5 Summoner Rift game. So Renekton has a slight 52-48 advantage in lane. So if played properly, or if played at equal level as his opponent, Renekton should win this matchup. But it's definitely going to come down to what summoner spells they have.
Yeah, summoner spells are huge. I think the main summoner spells that we have been seeing so far in this tournament are Exhaust Ignite, because Exhaust I think is just really good like in general, but pair that with an Ignite to do a bunch of true damage while negating all the damage that your enemy is doing against you. I think that's probably the best combo, and I think we're gonna see that here too, since both champions kind of want to be up in your face and have really good opportunities to use both of those summoner spells. Yeah, but I don't think Flash is gonna be really necessary for either of them, except maybe Set, but we'll see. And we are loading into the game. I think.
Yeah, we should be loading in here now.
My client, did your client bug?
It looks like client did bug.
Oh, the game's over. The game's over.
Wow.
I think the game's over.
Okay, so I'm assuming going forward, someone's gonna have to be in the lobby, and we're just gonna have to watch off of like their Discord stream, or we're just all gonna have to be in the lobby and AFK and spawn. But
Yeah.
Just for anybody that's wondering, this is.
we
I
did
unmuted
miss that
myself,
one.
by the way, on the stream, so they can hear me now. But yeah, so the best way
Yeah.
that we could handle that is just be on one side and AFK.
Yeah, sorry guys. NA production. You know, look, shit happens. This is the first 1v1 tournament, first game of the 1v1 tournament being streamed. So it's a little difficult, you know, to understand like how these things are going to go, especially with, you know, spectator delay being a thing, which obviously it's needed in Summoners Rift 5v5 and 1v1s not so much. So we will just have to make sure that we are in like on a side for the next one. So
Yeah.
let's see real quick if we can figure out who the hell won that first one.
I actually. One moment. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go ask him.
Alrighty, so while my my co-commentator is figuring out who ended up winning that first game, let's go and talk a little bit about how the bracket's gone. Yeah, if you can pull the bracket up for me real quick.
Okay. Asian won. Asian won the first game.
Okay, so Asian did win the first game. Okay, so let's real quick. Let's talk a little bit about this bracket while we get everything set up for the second match in this semifinal round. Any surprising things that you see from this bracket here, Aiden? Any surprising matchups?
There was obviously I think Intensify was one of the favorites going into it, and he looked really strong. I don't know what pick he had, but apparently it was super niche, super annoying. And it got him all the way to round 4 of the Elite 8, but he actually fell to the Asian Invasion, who actually has a win over Carnage right now in a pretty decent spot right now. Looking else at it, Secret Thief made it a lot further than I thought he was going to. Just being honest. He was playing. I guess I can spoil it now, but he was playing. I think it was Yorick, right? And he just went for the tower win every single time. It's something like that. But yeah, those are my big picks, I guess, or the games that I noticed were the weirdest. Yeah. How about you? Do you see anything interesting on there?
As far as like interesting matchups, like when I take a look at it, you know, one of them for sure that kind of stood out for me was seeing, you know, Carnage taking on Ghost of Lenny and being able to come away with that win. You know, both of those are two very good mechanical players, and Carnage being able to take that win is definitely a big statement in this tournament. Especially Biostar losing early on to Listen to the Beat. You know, he was one of the favorites coming into this tournament, and unfortunately falling early means that he will not be able to take a shot at winning this.
Yeah, unfortunate. Complex, could you stream the game for me since they need to have even players on each side?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sick.
Yeah, let's go ahead and let's do this for you. Okay, so we should have all of this going now. Now, so looking at it right here, if Carnage or Asian Invasion are able to take this win, they'll be playing the winner between, I believe it is Mailbox, the Evil Mailbox, and Demon Angel. So that, I mean, look, those are both spicy matchups in and of themselves, but I mean, if I'm looking at, you know, this top side of the bracket, I would argue that this was a stronger side of the bracket that they had to play through. So,
Yeah, I think so as well. Top side definitely had a bunch of good good players, and I think that kind of helped the bracket out a little bit. So we didn't have just, you know, the highest ranked people playing against each other in the finals. And so some really high ranked people got knocked out first. which is always like fun. You know, you want to see a 16 seed lose to a 1 seed in March Madness, right? Or no, wait, you want to see a 16 seed beat a 1 seed in March Madness, right? So yeah, that was yeah, I think the top side of the map definitely has stronger like overall, but it's still like, you know, bot side of the map. There's Evo Mailbox there. There's who else is there? Sorry, I'm not looking at it right now, but I know Evo Mailbox is there. I know Complex was there. The man himself. Um, we got Pick Lulu Thresh, who I think is higher though. No, I'm not totally sure. Demon Angel obviously has made it to the semifinals, playing against Mailbox, and
Yeah.
yeah. So
So we're
in.
here in
Yeah.
game. So looking like the matchup's going to be the Mordekaiser versus the Yone. This is one of Asian Invasion's best matchups, honestly. He is a very good Yone, and Carnage, maybe not the best Mordekaiser that we've seen, but he can definitely play the pick very well. So, you know, I'm very curious to see how they end up playing this thing out, but if I had to give an advantage, I'm pretty sure Yone kind of hard stomps Mordekaiser, so we might see the Asian Invasion take a 2-0 win over Carnage here, and that'll be rest in peace to my points.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I think that actually, well, post 6 at least, Mordekaiser, like all he has to do is kind of ult him, right, and then he just kind of steals the stats and wins. But Yone, you know, Yone is really balanced, fair champion. So maybe he can do something pre-6, which is what he's gonna have to do, I think, in order to win. He's gonna have to do something pre-6, because if he can't do anything pre-6, then, like obviously anything can happen. But I think Mordekaiser, like with the stats, like just raw stats, wins at least when he has level 6 and uses the ult on him. Outside of that, I'm not totally
going
sure.
in for a little bit of a trade here. Yone went in for the EQ combo, but missed the Q part. Mordekaiser did a really good job predicting with his own Q in response, and ends up, you know, slightly even in that trade here. Yone does have his Q passive up and does end up landing the knockup. So already out the gate, a little bit of an HP advantage right now in the favor of the Yone.
Yeah, he recovered from that quite well. I thought Mordekaiser would have actually won that trade because he had the what, like the plant, I guess you call it, like one of those honey fruit plant things, but on Arium, the health pot thing, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Like he had that, and he also had the passive shield, or not the passive shield, the shield health reactivate, to get that health back. But no, Yone did come out with it. I'm not sure what the items are. Could you tab for me?
Yeah,
So
for
you
sure.
can see.
So the items that we do have in this game, we do have the Guardian's Horn and 3 Rejuvenation Beads for the Mordekaiser, which has been a very strong build, popularized by Dr. Muno. But hold on a minute. Mordekaiser using the ultimate. They're in the Death Realm. We have no clue what's going on.
No.
This. Oh, and look at it. It's really close, but Mordekaiser's got the advantage. Yone hits the knockup. It does not matter. He goes down first blood over to the Mordekaiser. And there we go. That concludes game number 2. It is now tied series 1-1. And we're going to game 3.
Let's go, game 3, baby. These are the ones you love to see, and like that's just what I was talking about. Once all Mordekaiser has to do is ult him in the middle of the lane, and I don't know if there's anything that Yone can really do against that. Like, I think he should have tried to let the wave push into him so he'd be under tower, because you know Mordekaiser's not gonna ult him under tower because that's just kind of free tower damage. But yes, I think Carnage played that pretty well. I won't be surprised if we see a Mordekaiser ban come out this time. We didn't know the bans the first time, but yeah, it's yeah, game 3. I'm hyped for game 3. This is hype. This is for the finals.
Absolutely.
One of these
And
players.
just
Yeah.
waiting on the invite back to the new lobby now for game 3. Who do you think is going to take this? I mean, I think Carnage will be starting off the bans this time on blue side. So, you know, Asian Invasion might have some slight advantage being able to see what his first 3 bans are before having to give out his 3rd and final ban. You know, maybe hold something up for a little bit, save it for a last ban in case he absolutely needs to. I'm curious to see how this ends up going.
Yeah, it's all gonna come down to what the picks are. Because I think the players are very close skill wise, and yeah, it'll just come down to the picks, honestly. If one player can get a counter pick, then I think that's kind of just GG. But we're gonna have to see. I think we're gonna get we're gonna be actually gonna be able to see the bans too, this time, so we know
Yeah.
what's definitely not gonna be played.
Yeah, for sure. So let's see. They looking like they are about to start up these bans. Looking like we do see Carnage first banning the set this time. He doesn't want to have to go out against it again. He already had to in game one, wanting to take that pick away from the Asian Invasion. Now waiting to see what he decides to respond with.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about that, but we both favored Renekton in that matchup, but Set actually did win. Um, we didn't see any of that because thank you 3 minute spectator delay, we love you. But that's that's kind of just how it goes. But yeah, that did beat the Renekton, which I didn't think was gonna happen. But you know, it is what it is. We do see the second ban coming out for Carnage, which is Akali, kind of the name of the tournament, I guess. Akali is just way too dumb. And Nocturne and Mundo are banned by Asian Invasion.
Yeah, Nocturne and Mundo, both very strong 1v1 champs. Those are very good bans. And Set and Akali being banned away by Carnage as well. Also, very strong bans. You know, a lot of really high-powered duelists are getting banned, but surprisingly enough, you know, picks like the Vayne, picks like the Lucian, those are still on the table. And I don't know how well either of these players can play those picks, but they are both very strong 1v1 champions. So I'm curious to see if one of them is willing to pull it out, or if they don't want to risk getting counterpicked by like a Zed assassin or something like that. So waiting to see what this last ban is here from Carnage, and it is the Fiora ban, another very powerful duelist in the top lane.
Yeah, duelists are the name of the game here, but yeah, we gotta see what Asian Invasion responds with. And like I said at the beginning, like they can't see each other's picks until they're actually loaded into the game, so they have no idea who they're going up against. All their runes, all their summoner spells are entirely blind, which like sometimes it's good to try to predict what type of like damage the opponent is dealing. Like if they're an AD champ, you obviously want to try to get armor, but you can try to predict that, but it's very very risky because if they are AP, then you are at a big disadvantage because you don't have the health that you could have gotten, and you have armor. And although I guess armor is kind of universal because that's kind of just everyone auto attacks, right? But yeah,
absolutely.
same thing.
So looking at it right now, Asian Invasion, final ban for him will be the Mordekaiser, so we will not see any repeat champions other than, I believe Renekton is still an option if Carnage does want to try to run that pick back, but I doubt it. As well as the Yone is still up. Asian Invasion's one of his best picks is the Yone, but this man has a million mastery on the Yasuo, and we have yet to see that pick get pulled out here, so maybe this is the game for it. I have no idea, but I think that would be a very spicy pick.
Oh my god, I saw Alistar get picked and I'm like, wait a second, but I realized it was you. But yeah, it's Renekton is open, and I think that he may have banned the Set to play the Renekton again. Because he obviously lost on the Renekton against Set, but with Set out of the way, I don't know if there's many picks that can go against Renekton toe to toe. We're gonna have to see what he picks up here, and he is hovering the Tahm Kench, the Daddy Kench. Oh my goodness gracious. If you've ever lain against Tahm Kench, you know how terrible it is. It's horrendous. I hate it.
It is a very abusive pick, but does have some very powerful weaknesses if someone decides to opt for something like an ADC pick here. So, you know, curious to see what Asian Invasion ends up locking in. He's the last one left to have to lock in. And, you know, it could be any number of things at this point. You know, we do see him hovering the Exhaust Ignite runes, so you know, double combat has definitely been very popular and looking like he might try to go for the Vayne. Does he decide to lock it in?
All I'm saying, Asian Invasion, you better not be stream sniping. All I'm saying. Okay, I'm sure he's not. Just taking his time. Because this is a big game. This is a huge game right here. This is for, well, not all the marbles, just half the marbles, you know? And
Yeah,
is it the Vayne?
It is the Vayne lock in here.
Ooh.
And with this Vayne pick being locked in, you know, this could be very, very spicy. You know, you never know with something like this. It can still go either way. However, Vayne is definitely favored to win this matchup. And I mean, Carnage gonna have to pull out a miracle here. He doesn't have Flash, which is the crazy thing. So he has no like summoner spell other than Exhaust to like try to close this gap on the Vayne. And so Vayne, all she has to do is just play back, play smart, and I mean, she should even be able to just win by CS if she so chooses to. But if she ever at all gets caught by Tahm Kench and he gets on top of her, this could be very dangerous.
Yeah, the condemn is going to be huge in this matchup if because that condemn can either save Vayne or if you use it too early, it's just kind of GG because you can't really do anything against that. Or if she, God forbid, he misclicks on like a minion or something, then that's just it's got to accept defeat at that point. But yeah, like I think Vayne was it's a very ballsy pick because you don't know what your opponent's going to play. He could have played an assassin for all we know, for all Asian invasion knows rather. But he does pick up does play the Tahm Kench. Fortunately enough for him. So let's see if this plan pans out the way it's going to. I really have no clue what's gonna happen. This is scary.
Yeah, it definitely is very scary. Tahm Kench, if he is able to get like a full stack combo off, he can 100 to 0 Vayne very quickly. Likewise, Vayne has the ability to just kind of, self peel and keep him off of her and be able to just put in tons of work, tons of damage. So I am very curious to see how this ends up going. And looking at it right now, for the item starts, he does opt for the Guardian's Horn with the 3 Reju beads. Vayne goes for the Guardian's, Guardian's Hammer with the longsword. So, she doesn't have the most mobility. And looking like it right now, Carnage is already getting on top of her, hits 2 stacks, hits the 3rd stack, uses the W, eats her, spits her out behind him. Now the Ignite is dropped onto Vayne. Vayne follows up with the Exhaust, trying to kite away right now. Tahm Kench has to use the W, or rather the Gray Shield, to survive that, and ends up taking his health potion, and right now has a pretty decent HP advantage over this Vayne. So if he's able to play this back and just utilize the items that he has to sustain, he could actually potentially win this.
That was actually a lot closer than I thought it was gonna be. The initial scuffle there. But yeah, like you said, both champions are pretty much similar in health, especially after Vayne healed back up with the pot. Yeah. But something to note here is the ultimates for both. Obviously Tahm Kench ultimate, like I can't imagine it being that good in this scenario at all. I don't know if it gives any other stats or if it's just the teleport. But Vayne ult I think is going to be really, really good here, especially against Tahm Kench, who has to rely on that the lick right there, as you just saw. Yeah, it's I think it might come down to an ult diff. Honestly, it could. It totally could.
Yeah, absolutely. And looking at it right now, I really do hope that we see Tahm Kench be able to, try to pull something out here. It could be definitely just be very sketchy. You never know what could happen here. Looking at it right now, though, Vayne does still have the slight advantage right now. Not 100% sure how this is going to end up going. She's got the wave under tower, and she's doing her best to try to keep him pushed back. Does eat a tower shot, though, has to take the health potion, but does end up just stealing it away. And right now, kind of just getting pushed back a little bit and not really, I mean, it's hard to say, because anytime you get close to Vayne, she's just going to condemn you away, just auto you to death. But trying to do his best to CS as best he can and whatnot. Meanwhile, Vayne goes back, grabs a health potion. Not exactly the most needed use of the health potion, but ends up taking it anyway, and Tahm Kench going to use the brush now to his advantage. Using the ultimate to get on top of Vayne, Vayne just tumbles away, and that is a waste of Tahm Kench ultimate, but frankly, there's no better use for it.
Yeah. Oh, Vayne pops the ult.
She might be trying to go for the all-in here, and unfortunately, she'll be forced to go waste. Now, she doesn't have her ultimate either. Tahm Kench still using the brush, currently has a huge minion wave advantage, so if he's able to use this to fight with it properly, he should be able to win this. Currently, though, Vayne does have 1 health potion left, does just now pop it. She is all out of health potions. Currently, Tahm Kench still has a huge advantage in the health resource department.
Yeah, he does. And this wave's crashing. The CS right now is pretty even, but Vayne should go up by a large amount after this wave. But if Tahm Kench can just keep the poke down, does eat 2 tower shots there though. But if he can just keep the lick poke down, then Vayne's not having a good time right here.
Yeah, she definitely isn't, getting harassed, but this wave is under tower right now, and the CS is very close. It's within 1 or 2 CS right now. However, Vayne does have a lot of minions under tower to be able to collect. So by the end of this, she should be up in CS, but not by a very large margin considering what this matchup is. And honestly, I think the longer this goes, the better off it'll be for Tahm Kench. Vayne, doesn't really have any way to sustain as far as mana goes, and Tahm Kench has all the health regen in the world, so it's really on Vayne. And huge tongue lash hits, does massive damage. Vayne currently sitting just over half HP right now, going in for a short little trade with Tahm Kench, ends up proccing the PTA, doing a big chunk of damage, but it's not going to matter. Tahm Kench just sustains it back up. And look, guys, this is still anybody's game right now.
This is weird. I don't know how I feel about this game right now. If I'm being totally honest, it's weird. It's kind of just they're trying to go for trades, but they both have so much sustain. Like Vayne, I think the Guardian Sword has life steal in it, and Tahm Kench is doing Tahm Kench things. So like the sustain is just kind of like there for both. I think it might come down to CS or first tower.
Yeah, honestly, this could very easily come down to that. Vayne has currently just crested the 50 mark, so already just over halfway there to that 100 CS mark. And as far as tower damage goes, I mean, the towers are both fairly equal in HP right now. And looking like the Condemn does land, taking a huge chunk out of Tahm Kench, does end up getting the heal off of from the med pack, and just falls back, does sustain back up, and just utilizing his items and utilizing his gray health passive, and just sustains very heavily off that. Now using the ultimate, going in onto Vayne, Vayne just walks away from this, and Vayne using her own ultimate now.
Is this it?
Like he's going for it. This is going to be the all-in. Exhaust Ignite is burned, and gray health comes through. Does he get the W? He's not in range for the W.
Oh!
Auto secures the kill, and that is it. GG, ladies and gentlemen. The Asian Invasion winning against only Carnage 2-1. What
that
a
was
game.
What a series. That was all back and forth. I mean, I know we didn't see the first game, but like that last one was it had me on the edge of my seat right there, not gonna lie. So yeah, congratulations to the Asian Invasion going to the finals. Gonna be playing up against either Evo Mailbox or it's Demon Angel. I about said Megalo. But
Demon Angel versus Mailbox.
yeah, this is gonna be a fire one. We got a jungler playing against a laner. Alrighty, I'll go ahead and get that lobby going. We can go straight into it, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, no reason to wait some more.
Yeah.
Any longer. So just waiting for this next one to start. Now, honestly, Asian Invasion, like all things considered, he played really well, but so did Carnage. Carnage made what looked like a really one-sided matchup very, very close. Vayne just barely able to get the last tumble away and the auto attack to secure the kill and end up, taking the series 2-1. So, Carnage, you played very well. Unfortunately, just not quite enough. And Asian Invasion will be moving on to the finals. Looking at it here, looking like we are getting the invites for the lobby. It'll be Demon Angel taking on the Evil Mailbox. This is a hype matchup. If I'm looking at who's remaining, between like one of these two here, I feel like I got to give the edge to Demon Angel, but Mailbox has been known to pop off just unexpectedly at times. So it's still like this is anybody's series right here.
Yeah, Mailbox pulled out the Annie a few rounds back, and he actually won with it like by quite a bit amount. He had over half HP left when I forget who he was playing against, but when he won. So maybe we'll see the Annie pick again, or we'll see the ban.
Yeah, very, very possible. And looking like we are about to kick off bans here in just a minute now. So what are some bans that you might want to see from either of these players?
Well, I think the Poppy ban's obvious. Poppies just seem way too strong in 1v1s, and Mailbox likes playing Poppy in general. For Demon Angel, to be honest, I don't really know his shampoo all that well, but we're getting the bans in right now.
Yeah, these are flying by quick. So Demon Angel banned the Tryndamere and the Mundo. Mailbox has banned Lee Sin and Fiora, waiting on their last bans now. So Tryndamere, a little bit of an interesting one, but it's honestly a really good ban. Any good Tryndamere player can definitely pop off and take over a 1v1. You have a lot of sustain in your kit, and you have a lot of burst potential that people don't expect. And Demon Angel last ban is the Malphite pick. Mailbox does ban the Zed. So Lee Sin, Fiora, Zed banned away by Mailbox, and Dr. Mundo, Malphite, and whatever the last one was banned away by Demon Angels, they're jumping right into this game right now.
Yeah. Oh my goodness gracious! Semifinals.
Alrighty, so what are you seeing? What are you seeing from these hovers so far?
The Poppy didn't get banned. Oh, it's definitely gonna be Poppy. And if Demon Angel picks Kiana, who he's hovering right now, that's kind of just gonna be so bad for Demon Angel because Poppy doesn't or likes to play against people with dashes because she just grounds them and makes them like immobile. But Viego's actually being hovered now too. I think Poppy's such a safer pick, but Mailbox does have what's the word? Experience on both champs. Actually does lock in the Poppy, so we'll have to worry about mana just a little bit as opposed to Viego who wouldn't have had to. Kiana's still being hovered by Demon Angel. I wonder if he's gonna pick it.
Yeah, definitely very interesting to see if he will lock the pick in. You know, it is a very strong duelist pick. As you know, has quite a bit of burst. And, you know, you never know. And looking like he will be possibly opting for the Exhaust Ignite. Now, I'm a fan of this. One thing I've been noticing with these 1v1s, people have not really been taking Flash very much, if at all. Do you think
Yeah.
that taking Flash is the strategy? Or do you think, you know, in best of threes, it's better to have it?
I think it's very, very situational. Let me think. Some people would like it if they have like long range CC to set up for stuff. Like if I were playing Echo in a 1v1, I would take Flash because I can flash into my W and get the stun off. But if I'm playing like a Zed, you don't need it because you have your W. That's basically a flash, right? And you can kind of expect the opponent to not take flash either, especially this late, because I think this Exhaust Ignite is just a better I guess duo, a Summoners Will duo, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. And I'm watching the stream and your stream, Complex, at the same time. Both players are at the tower currently. Kiana is just
I feel like
chilling.
neither one of them really wanting to opt for the Bush She start. You know, it is pretty popular. If you're able to buy your items quickly and get to lane quickly, you know, you can take control of the brush control and have a pretty large advantage. You know, with possibly winning that first trade or even trying to take an all in right at level 1. So surprising to see Poppy not opt for it, but now we do see the players meeting here. But oh, there he goes. Mailbox going in already with the early trade, and there's what we were talking about. Poppy goes in, wins that first little burst, and now has a quite sizable HP advantage in the early laning here, as both players hit level 4.
Yeah, forces Demon Angel to pop the pot really, really early. I'm not sure how many he has, but it's definitely not what you want to do. And something I wanted to point out is actually they're going in on each other here. Looks like maybe.
Oh, there it is. I don't think she gets the stun though, and Mailbox trying to take this fight right now. Bikana looking like she is kind of winning it currently. Does end up hitting that last little root there. And right now, you know, both med packs are available and looking like Mailbox will be the first one to go for one.
Yeah. Okay. So before going back to what I was talking about before the fight started, Poppy does have that ranged auto attack every, I think it's like 7 or 8 seconds, and going in again. Never mind. I'll just stop talking.
Here we go. The Ignites are dropped. This is going for the first blood already. And looking at it right now, Demon Angel ends up getting the first blood. The last little bit of damage needed. That was all that was necessary. And game 1 goes to Demon Angel.
That actually surprised me. Like pre-6 for both. That was impressive, Demon Angel. Like honestly, like you put Kiana against Poppy, like in any scenario, I think Poppy wins like 99% of the time just because of the dash and the root, or the dash cancel and the root, or ground, excuse me. But no, okay, I stand extremely corrected. I apologize.
Yeah, I mean, the important thing to know, you know, with these 1v1s, you know, players don't get resets. So you're stuck with whatever items you buy. If the items that you buy, like, you're not going to be, like, tanks aren't going to be mega tanks with just one item. Sure, they'll be stronger, but assassins have, you know, opportunities and chances to potentially get those 1v1 kills, you know, be able to do quite a bit of damage.
Yeah, big shocker there for me personally. We are having a side switch, so Mailbox will get the first ban. as opposed to the second ban. Not a huge change, but just sometimes people think blue side is better. We're just gonna give it to them. So far, same bans as last time, I believe. I know Fiora and Mundo were banned last game, although I'm not sure if it was in this order, but they are banned. No no Fiora, no Mundo. Lee is also banned. So we might just see the same bans. I'm sure Demon Angel won't mind fighting against the Poppy again, especially if he gets the Kiana back. Wow. I
Yeah,
think those
same
are the
bans.
exact same bands. Yeah, exact same bands.
Same
Uh,
bans by both sides.
wow.
So going into this next one, we're gonna see maybe a mirror match, maybe a different angle. I'd like to see a different angle, honestly. I don't
Yeah,
want to see the same matchup every time.
yeah. Not only does it get boring, it just like Mailbox won't play that again, right? Because he's lost to it. He won't play Poppy again. We might see the Kiana again, but I definitely don't think we'll see the Poppy again. But it's all up to what they want. If Mailbox is comfortable on the Poppy, then go for it. But personally, I wouldn't go that direction. But yeah, we do have the picks locked in, and Mailbox opts for the Annie. Wowza.
Yeah, so looking like he's gonna pull it out for at least a second time this tournament. Going into this one, and we see the Renekton locked in from Demon Angel, and Renekton is a very strong 1v1 champ. I mean, this is a spicy one. Annie definitely has a ton of burst, and with the exhaust, can negate a huge chunk of Renekton's burst. But likewise on the Renekton pick, I mean, you could still just absolutely blow up Annie before she gets the chance to really do anything. If played right, or you maybe get a sneaky bush cheese or something. So it'll be very interesting to see how they end up using these picks here. Important thing to know, as far in this tournament as I'm aware, there's only been 3 methods that players have won. That being through First Blood, I think in 99% of the games, or FF not showing up. Other than that, I think there's only been 1 game that actually went to a result other than First Blood, and that being First Tower, I do believe, in
Yeah.
one of Secret Thief's games. He ended up winning a game through First Tower, so looking like this is just everybody's, playing for that First Blood, trying to get that early pressure going.
Yeah, and with the Renekton pick, you can totally see that that's exactly what Demon Angel is going for. On the other side, like this matchup is so weird because Annie can do work against Renekton if she plays it correctly, but if she does not, then Renekton is going to completely abuse her. And the fact that she has such low range compared to most other ranged mages, especially with the double dash, like look, there it is right there, stun lands,
First
and
little burst, and there it is. Yeah, coming out with that first little exchange will be in the favor of the Renekton. He did end up getting stunned, but the stun barely did anything. All it really did was enable Annie to be able to just, trade back as he was leaving the fight. And there he goes, going for another one. Hits the stun again. Auto Q gets ignited, gets exhausted, but it's not enough. He took too many tower shots on the edge of the tower, and Mailbox takes game number 2 with the Annie pick.
Oh my goodness gracious! Oh, you just gotta watch that Tower, because Tower won that game for him. I'm not gonna lie, like Tower just completely won that game for Mailbox. Wow, that was that was
Hey,
okay.
you can say Tower won it for Mailbox, or you can say Mailbox knew how to position perfectly in tower range for it to assist him if Renekton goes in. So
That's true. That's true. I apologize, Mailbox. I forgot you were a mid main.
Mailbox
You
is
know
a
all
little
about
bit far ahead
towers.
himself. So, anyways, that'll be game number 2. If we're going into game number 3, this is the second game 3 in the semis. So every game going to full conclusion, and we'll see who ends up taking this one as we get ready to load up into the third lobby. Invites are going out for the players now, and I'm curious, are we going to see a run back of the same bands? I think we might.
I think we will too, because like Mailbox is gonna want to play Annie again, I think, or maybe he won't, because he kind of did get lucky with the tower shots. But I really don't know. We're not gonna see Poppy. I doubt we're gonna see Poppy again. We might see Renekton again, because that was just a little unlucky by Demon Angel. But Mailbox,
Yeah, I mean,
I think Mailbox, he planned that out. I'm just gonna say he planned that out 100%. He totally did.
absolutely. And seeing the Malphite and then the Fiora, and looking like I think so far we are still repeating bans. The Dr. Mundo comes through, and when Lee Sin's coming through,
All right, 4 for 6. Let's see it.
Tryndamere
Oh,
comes
there
through,
it
five
is.
for six, and there it is, 6 for 6.
Oh,
Same bands all the way through.
perfect. How
So,
lovely.
hey, maybe we see that matchup get ran back again. I know if I'm Demon Angel, I want to run that one back because he definitely could have won that. The difference being him tanking 2 tower shots. He doesn't tank those tower shots. He 100% gets that kill. So, maybe here we see him getting this kill again.
Yeah, we might. What if we see the fabled Annie versus Kiana matchup? That'd be a little interesting for sure.
Yeah,
Although
it would definitely.
yeah.
I think I would have to favor Annie in that matchup. While Kiana does have a ton of burst, Annie just does so well into assassins. Being able
Yeah.
to just press Q on them the moment they go in, followed up by the RW. So, we'll see how it ends up going. Right now, just waiting on the players to lock in their picks here. And honestly, I think we might see a run back, or at least a run back of some previous picks.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah.
do you want to see something new from these players, or do you want to see them go back to something that they played previous?
I always like seeing new things, but at the end of the day, it's what they want, right? They need to pick what they're comfortable on, and the picks are locked in. We are gonna have Kiana versus Camille. Demon Angel on the Kiana running it back, and Camille being played by Mailbox, the evil
Ooh.
Mailbox.
So this is gonna be spicy right now. Looking at it right here, I mean, if I have to say who's probably favored, I would assume the Kiana. While Camille is a very strong champion, very good at dueling, Camille also is much stronger late game than she is early game. Whereas Kiana, with just one serrated Dirk or any kind of reset like that, can do extremely well. And looking like as far as items go, we do see Demon Angel opting for the Guardian's Blade item. So it is a very powerful item. It does really well, especially in anything on the ARAM map. Guardian's items are just so strong.
Yeah.
But I think in this particular matchup, I would have liked to have maybe seen him, go for a serrated Dirk or something like that. Make it a little bit spicier. Having the lethality, it's not like he's going to be able to really counter build with armor unless he goes for a boots rush. So, we'll see who ends up taking this one.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for Mailbox here is he's gonna have to play around that passive shield, because I think it's like 300 or like 200, 300, something like that, and a 200 armor shield or attack damage shield. So that can be
Yeah.
the difference maker. Like, I think she should only engage and trade with that on.
Oh, here we
And
go. Already going in. Camille does end up landing the stun off of the wall. Camille using the brush for the invis, and right now, off of the very first trade, looking like it does come out Camille favor just slightly. Both players now do activate some potions. Demon Angel has 1 potion left. Mailbox has 2 left right now, so already, slight advantage over to Mailbox, as he does concede the wave control. Oh, he steals the health pack, and he dodges the stun. He's going in for a huge trade here. Huge amount of damage gets dropped. Ignite going down, Exhaust going down, looking like he's trying to go for the kill. Hits the root, but not quite enough damage, just barely surviving right now, and he is in a really bad spot. He has no more push left. There it is! The first blood, and Demon Angel takes down Mailbox 2-1 with the insane WQ fadeaway. Dude, Demon Angel is a madman.
that right on the tip. That was awesome. Well played by Demon Angel. And now we have the Asian Invasion versus Demon Angel in the finals, the grand finals.
Absolutely. And before we go to that, let's see if these players. Oh, a quick break. All right, sounds good. Looking like we will be going to a brief break as we prepare for these finals and possibly 3rd, 4th place match. So
Yeah.
stay tuned as we take that brief little break. Alrighty, and we are back now here with the third place match. This match will be between Only Carnage and the Evil Mailbox. We'll be having this be a best of 3 right before finals. So, get to see a little bit of the spiciness coming out of these players. They both went the distance against their opponent and just barely falling short. One important thing to note is that so far, at least through semis, blue side seems to be the winning side. Every time someone's had blue side, they won. So I'm curious if we're going to see that trend continue here.
Yeah, one person's got to mess it up. One person needs to win on blue side, or red side, excuse me. But yeah, so just to let everyone know, this is not for any different prize. Both Mailbox and Carnage are getting the same prizes for being third and fourth. This is really just for bragging rights and to put the pressure on the Asian Invasion and Demon Angel. Yeah. So yeah, I know you guys are watching.
Yeah, and looking at the bans coming through here now, this right now is going to be a little bit of a spicy one, as we do see the Akali, Renekton, and Vayne be banned by Carnage, and Mailbox banning the Lee Sin, the Dr. Mundo, and is that all he's banned so far?
I think
that's
so,
all
yeah.
he's banned.
Oh,
Last ban, Yumi. He bans the
Yumi.
Yumi, taking it away from Carnage. Doesn't want to see that champ come through, as we all know that is quite the OP champion. Alrighty, so let's see here how this ends up going. Just waiting now for the lock-in, and there we go. So we will see Carnage taking on Mailbox. Who do you have favored in this matchup?
Carnage versus Mailbox. Given the fact that Howling Abyss is a lane, I think with raw stats and wave management and knowing lanes better, I think I got to give it to Carnage. But Mailbox made it all the way to semis, being a jungle main playing in a lane. So maybe he can prove me wrong here. But we'll see. Honestly, I'm just hoping for a fun match between these two, all in good fun. And I'm ready for it. But I think I gotta give the edge to Carnage for this one. But we'll see. I've been wrong most of it. Like anyone who I think's gonna win always loses. So I've been wrong for most of it. So we'll see.
Yeah, and as we are waiting now for the final lock-in here, I'm really excited for this. At the end of the day, this is all for fun, all for some bragging rights, and I personally really want to see Carnage be able to win this. Bring home the glory, at least the third place. For La Espada, as he is my starting mid, and Mailbox. He is a very good player. You can't disregard his skill at all. He's shown that he's definitely somebody to be feared, as he's performed very well in this tournament. Oh, and look at this. We got the Nocturne versus the Pantheon. This is a spicy matchup here. I'm very curious to see how this one ends up going. I think Pantheon is slightly favored, but I could be wrong on that, because Nocturne is a very powerful duelist.
Yeah, and if he times it perfectly, Nocturne can kind of just make Pantheon stun useless, and that's where most of his combo starts from, with landing the stun. And I believe Nocturne also gets attack speed when he blocks an ability too, with that. So he could turn around, and since Complex is already in there, and I don't believe he has Flash either, since he's already in there, Nocturne just gets a free fear off, gets the movement speed and the attack speed towards feared units. And
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think I give this over to Nocturne actually. If I gotta pick one, I totally think I give it over to Nocturne.
Yeah, I'm always gonna root for Carnage. I want him to do well for us, and Nocturne is definitely a very powerful pick. Being able to spell shield the stun if timed properly. Hopefully he does respect the brush though, because Mailbox we've seen multiple times go for that little bit of bush cheese.
Yes, he is in there.
He goes in for it, gets an early trade, but here comes the fear going through from Nocturne. He gets behind the shield right now, and Ignite and Exhaust are both dropped. Nocturne has the advantage though. Nocturne could go for the kill. One more auto attack is maybe all he needs, and there it is. And round 1 ending already. Nocturne taking down the first win in this best of 3 series.
There it is. Literally 30 seconds into the game. Wow, okay, nice. So yeah, Carnage gets the first win. Kind of Although he didn't spell shield the stun, I don't think. I kind of missed a lot of that because I was looking elsewhere. But yeah, even though he didn't stealth shield it, he still pulled out the win. I think this Nocturne kit wise just wins that over Pantheon unless Pantheon plays it um absolutely perfectly. So yeah, Carnage takes the first win in this best of 3. And mailbox, where's the invite?
Yeah, there. I mean, there it is. That was game 1. That's it was real quick. They ended up getting the kill, I think, right before level 4. So already, if that's how these players are gonna be playing, we might have a really fast best of 3 here. As we are getting ready, currently blue side, at least from semis forward, blue side is still undefeated. So do we see the trend swap here?
Wait, didn't yeah, I was gonna say, doesn't mailbox get that?
We'll get the players on the correct side here, as looks like we do have that there now, and I'm gonna go ahead and just now wait for these bands to start up.
Yeah, you don't need to invite me to the lobby. I'm just watching you anyway.
Alrighty, sounds good.
Will we
Alrighty.
see the Nocturne
So-
ban?
Yeah, I'm curious to see if the Nocturne does get banned. I would like to see it get banned, but that means Mailbox has to ban something other than, I believe, the 3 picks he's banned almost this whole time. So, what pick does he decide to leave up by banning Nocturne, or does he just let him have it and maybe play around the possibility of him taking it? And first ban will be the Nocturne from Mailbox.
Shocker. Well, at least we got something different. Well, I guess the Yumi was different too, but yeah, we do get the Nocturne ban. I think Nocturne is just so good in 1v1, especially like if you rush level 3. Well, if you have level 3 like automatically, that's just like it's too easy. And
Yeah, absolutely. And the first ban coming through from Carnage will be the Akali. Mailbox immediately answers with the Lee Sin ban. He really doesn't want to go against that Lee Sin pick. Maybe something that that people can take up on going on in the future. That Mailbox kind of doesn't like a Lee Sin. And Renekton being banned by Carnage. So Carnage taking away the Akali and the Renekton. Mailbox is taking away the Nocturne, Lee Sin, and now Fiora as his final ban, rounding it out. It's 3 very strong 1v1 champions. Now waiting on Carnage's last ban to come through here, and it will be the Dr. Mundo. Dr. Mundo has been pretty much banned, I think, in 99% of games, considering just how strong that champion is in 1v1s. And looking like they are doing the ready check now, we will be loading into lobby here shortly, where the players will lock in their picks.
yeah, I think that that Carnage's bans are a little interesting because I don't believe Mailbox has much, if any, experience on Akali. Since Akali is most definitely not a jungler, she's hardly a laner. But yeah, it's that one's a little interesting. And then the second one, Renekton, he bans his own champion because he played Renekton. He lost to Renekton. He lost on Renekton. But he does ban that, which is just interesting. Like maybe he has a plan in mind that I don't know if he's the one in the driver's seat here. But yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, in these 1v1s, anything can go. If you want to ban the Renekton, maybe he's got something up his sleeve that he wants to pull out here, as we do have both players now locked in here. Once we load in, we will know what they are opting in for. And I think we're going to have a very spicy matchup with this one here. So looking at it now, let's see what we got here. And we have the Rek'Sai versus Tryndamere matchup.
He didn't ban the Tryndamere, and it gets picked.
Tryndamere falls through. Mailbox will immediately take it, but the Rek'Sai answer. Rek'Sai is a very strong early game champion, does an insane amount of damage in burst. Most people absolutely hate going against it, and Carnage pulling it out here in game number 2 on the red side here. So will he be able to break the red side curse, or will he end up taking this win?
I played against Rek'Sai in the mid lane once. It was in season 10, way back when. And I didn't like it. It like the sustain is really, really weird. I'm gonna be honest, I've played Rek'Sai maybe once, so I don't really know how his kit works, but he does get healing when he goes underground. I know that, because it's pretty stupid, especially in lane. So yeah, there's that, and I think Rek'Sai is just really good as an early game champ in general. And something to note here is the reason why Rek'Sai is so good into Lee Sin is because he can just knock Lee Sin up while he's flying towards him with the second or the recasted Q. I think you can do the same with Tryndamere. Tryndamere's flying in, and Nevermind doesn't even need it. And just for a little bit of a trade there.
Yeah,
It
just
does
a
have the
little bit of a
advantage
short
right now.
trade.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And looking at it right here, Tryndamere sitting just about half HP right now, so did take a little bit of a bad trade starting out with this Rek'Sai. Maybe a little bit distracted in the chat as Rek'Sai does opt to go in here looking for another burst of damage. Mailbox getting dropped very low. Ignite Exhaust come out, and Rek'Sai will end up securing the first blood, and that is the series. Carnage beating Mailbox 2-0.
And lane Rek'Sai is so stupid. It's so dumb. But
Yeah,
well,
what an insane pocket pick to pull out. Well done, Carnage.
yeah, and he breaks the blue side with dubs, the blue side dub streak going on. He does win on red side, and with that, Carnage with the third place win. The Mailbox finishes off in fourth place, still getting the prize though. Still a top 4 contender. Final 4 is always a good place to be. Now we are finally moving on to the grand finals between the Asian Invasion and Demon Angel, and boy oh boy, this is gonna be a freaking good one.
Yeah, absolutely. And if that third place match was any kind of tell for what this finals match will be, Asian Invasion, I mean, dude, he might be favored to take this one considering Mailbox went the distance with Demon Angel and Carnage just put the smackdown on him. So Asian Invasion to have beat Carnage when he played that well just now, this is gonna be a hype match.
Yeah, absolutely. Where is Asian Invasion? Is he offline? He is offline. What are you doing, Asian Invasion?
Yeah, looking like we are waiting for the Asian Invasion to get back online so we can get him in here. We'll give him a few minutes to pop up here. In the meantime, let's talk about this finals matchup a little bit. What are some picks that you might want to see get locked in or maybe get banned away from both these players?
Well, Asian Invasion. What did he play? Honestly, I forget. It was a while ago.
Played some Yone.
Oh right.
He did
I
play the
think
set.
he played this. Oh yeah, he won on the set. That's right. Okay, yeah. I think we'll see the set again, either picked or banned. I think set, like if he can beat Renekton with set, then it should obviously just have some respect put on it, because I think that's a hard matchup for set. Obviously, I'm not a top main, so I don't really know that for sure. But going off of it
is definitely slightly Renekton favored.
Okay.
Renekton should theoretically win the matchup, but there are scenarios where set, whether he gets the early cheese on him or he hits a really good flash W for a big chunk of true damage, there are situations where set can definitely beat Renekton. It overall just comes down to who's playing them and how they do play those champs. And at the end of the day, Asian Invasion just ended up coming out on top in that. So maybe we see him try to opt for this pick again here in this matchup as we do get prepared for the bans here. So looking like we do see Asian Invasion will be on the blue side to start this series.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
first coming through will be the Kiana ban, taken away from Demon Angel, not wanting to let him have that assassin. And now waiting to see if response is from Demon Angel. If you have the advantage, you could leave Dr. Mundo up if you really wanted to. Obviously, it'll probably be a mirror match, but Dr. Mundo is a really strong champion, and we do see the Tryndamere get banned. So we just saw it get played last game with the Carnage versus Evil Mailbox, and the Tryndamere pick kind of got stomped. So, maybe just wanting to put some more respect on her. Maybe he just doesn't feel like playing the Rek'Sai. And we do see the Lucian ban come through from Asian Invasion, taking away a very powerful dueling ADC from Demon Angel, and Demon Angel responds with the Dr. Mundo. So that pick will not be available this game.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know much about Dr. Mundo, new Dr. Mundo. I don't really play this game all that much anymore. But apparently it's broken. I think it's only been played once, and it was played by Zealot, and he won. I think there could have been another time, but that's the only time that I remember in this tournament so far. But other than that, it's been banned every single time, I believe. And yeah, so Kiana and Lucian bans are pretty standard. Mid lane, really good mid lane early game champions. I guess ADC Lucian. But Lucian's I think much better in the mid lane. So yeah, good. I think there's good bans all around. Akali is still up. Rumble is still up. I don't know if Rumble's like sleeper OP in this, but he is still up. Asian taking his time banning this last one, and does come out to be the Lee Sin, another very good strong laner right now.
Yeah, doesn't want to let the Lee Sin go through, and Demon Angel bans the Malphite. That has been a mainstay ban that he has been banning pretty much this whole tournament, I do believe. He banned it against me when I played against him. And to attest for the Dr. Mundo, I did get to play it in my third round game rather, against Sidro, and I ended up getting the win on that pick. So it has been played at least more than once, but I can't say if it's been played any more than that. So we are ready now, waiting for the players to go into lobby as we prepare for this finals matchup against, or rather, the Asian Invasion against Demon Angel. Who will take home the crown and be the 1v1 tournament winner? I got no clue, man. This is a good one.
Yeah, I really have no clue who's gonna win it either, but this is hype nonetheless. This is for all the marbles, and I'm so excited for this. And we get potentially 3 games. Hopefully we get 3. 3 is the most fun. But if it's a stomp, then we'll if it's a 2-0 stomp, then we'll know for sure who's the best. So yeah, just waiting for these both the champions to get locked in. That's so suspenseful. I'm sure they're shaking in their boots right now. Asian Invasion and Demon Angel, like, there's a lot on the line here. There is a lot on the line.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Like, nobody wants to be second place. I mean, sure, second place, you get some great rewards and whatnot, but if you're second place, you're the first loser. Like,
Yeah.
nobody wants to be the first loser. So, looking at it right now, Demon Angel is taking a little bit of time on his final pick before he does end up finally locking it in, as we are now ready for this matchup to start. Game number 1 loading underway.
Super excited for this. I remember reading somewhere that people in the Olympics are more satisfied with a 3rd place win than a 2nd place win, because 2nd place are so close to 1st, but they didn't get there. They weren't quite good enough. But 3rd place is like, okay, I still made it in the top 3. I still got a medal, still taking home a medal, and I'm still I'm chilling, right? So yeah, I mean,
absolutely.
yeah.
Look, man, we got a classic mid lane matchup here right now, at least for season 11. We got the Set versus the Zed. Now, this is a huge Set favored matchup. Both players opting for the Ignite Exhaust, looking like that's a little bit of the meta, at least from what I can tell from both these players here. So curious to see what kind of item starts they go. But I mean, if you're Demon Angel, you're definitely concerned about what Asian Invasion can definitely pull out here.
Yeah, very interesting. Personally, I would probably go for the Snowball over the Exhaust, or maybe the Ignite rather. Just because, you know, like, it's a free dash basically. You don't need flash. You're just there. Like, I guess depending on the champion, everything's really situational, especially in 1v1s.
Yeah, it's definitely very difficult to know if because it's all blind. You have no idea if your opponent's going to be ranged or melee. If your opponent is ranged, I would definitely want the Snowball, but if he's melee, I'd rather have the Ignite personally, or at least the Exhaust. And looking like the first early little bit of trading is going to be in the favor of the Zed right now, and Set uses the Q4 but does not land the E right now, and Zed takes a very big trade. The W is used from Set now, and Zed right now definitely has the advantage of the health bars. Surprised he didn't try to go for the all-in there the moment that the W is down from Set. He knew he had no cooldowns.
Yeah, the thing about Zed is that he can kind of have free trades against melee matchups, because all he has to do is W out E, which gets the slow, and then he can hit both the shurikens very, very easily with that. And he doesn't have to worry about using the W or burning it, like, because if he uses that, he has no mobility. But like, how's Set gonna get there, right? He has no flash. He can't flash Icebreaker him, and there he goes. Trading.
Here's a huge chunk of damage, and the W just barely misses. Ignite does get dropped though. So long as Zed survives this, Zed still has Summoner Spell advantage, despite losing that early little bit. Now, does he end up being able to secure this? Set will have the advantage. Probably going to be the first one to hit level 6 here. As the wave is just held just outside the tower. Set does drop back, though, to get the health pack. And currently, this is a favored lane so far for the Asian Invasion. Zed now seeing about half HP, while Set is nearly full. Set looking like he hits the stun and does not get the kill. Tanks 2 tower shots. Zed is almost level 6. If Zed hits 6 here, he could possibly kill Set.
Yeah, I think if he does hit 6, then he kind of just wins that because, well, maybe not so much anymore. The shield is down. But wow, this is close. This is super close. I like this.
Yeah, this is definitely very close, and I think Zed dropping back, going for the heal, might have been a little bit of a misplay here. Maybe you just had to walk at him, knowing that if he gets back to heal, you're in a bad spot, because right now Zed does have ultimate. He does use the stun, hits the ultimate, and the dash away does not happen, but he does dodge the haymaker. And looking at Zed going in, trying to get the kill, and first blood by an auto attack goes over to the Asian Invasion. Demon Angel did his best, almost outplayed it, dodged the W, but was not enough. And game 1 in the books, the Asian Invasion taking game 1.
Whoa, that was so freaking close. I think Asian Invasion played that damn near perfectly. Like, I don't think there's any better way. I don't think there's any better way for either than to play that. I think Zed just had the health advantage there. I think if they're equal health, then Zed wins that like 99% of the time, but Zed just had the tiniest bit of health advantage over him, and it won him the match.
Yeah, that it absolutely did. It's insane that that it even was that close, considering just how favored that matchup is supposed to be for Set. So Demon Angel played extremely well, all things considered, despite end up dropping the game. But you can be close, but it's no cigar. And game 1 in the books.
Yeah, what a game, dude! If we can get 2 more games like that, that'd be freaking awesome. I would love that. And Blue Side does win again, by the way. Blue Side did win.
Yeah, Blue Side did end up taking the W. And looking at it now, we're ready for the next set of bans. Alrighty, so as we get these next bans going, looking like the first ban coming out of Demon Angel will be the Tryndamere being banned away. So still not wanting to see that pick. Kiana banned away immediately from the Asian Invasion. So, both these players kind of running down the line of what they banned last time. Are we going to see 3 repeats or not? I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah, Tryndamere Kiana. This is so far it's the exact same.
Yep, so far it is the exact same. Currently waiting on the next one, and Dr. Mundo being banned by Demon Angel. So yeah, so far we're just following down the line. If we see a Malphite ban, it should be 3 of the same bans, and Lucian being banned by the Asian Invasion. Sorry. Waiting on this last ban to come through here now. And there it is, the Malphite. Yep, Demon Angel following the same 3 bans. Waiting on the Asian Invasion now to do his last ban.
It was Lee Sin, correct? Ban the Lee?
It was, I believe. Oh, Lee Sin is available.
It wasn't Volibear. It wasn't Volibear.
It definitely was not the Volibear. So Volibear being locked in here as the final ban, and so Lee Sin is available. Do we think either player is going to go for it? I don't know. I think if the Asian Invasion is leaving up Lee Sin intentionally, he could be trying to play it this time. And that may be a little bit of a tell that Demon Angel might be able to pick up on here.
What if Demon Angel just takes it from him, though? But then Asian Invasion probably has a counter pick, too.
I mean, it would just be a mirror match.
Wait, you're right. You're right. Oh, we might get a mirror match. Oh, that'd be awesome.
I don't think we've had a mirror match all tournament. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, there was one in the previous rounds. I'm unaware of that. Nobody has mentioned if they played a mirror matchup in the AVG Discord, so we could potentially see a Lee Sin mirror match, and that would be quite the spicy one here in the finals.
Yeah, just 1 second, guys. We're kind of trying to get the predictions sorted out. Yeah, I think they're ready to go. They can go ahead and go.
Yeah.
Cool. There we go. Nice. Oh, I got all my money back. Haha. Okay. I'll go ahead and start. It's kind of scuffed now since one's already
Yeah, we
one
may as
game
well
is already
still
done.
start it. May as
Yeah,
well
might as
start
well. Okay.
Alrighty, so now we do have the final picks coming, or not the final, rather the second game of picks coming through here from the Asian Invasion and Demon Angel. Waiting to see what they decide to go for here. As we are getting ready, looking like prediction was paid out, but we got one more prediction that we do have to get rolling here for you guys at home, being able to have a little bit of fun and participate in these games a little bit. So just waiting now for Demon Angel to lock in his pick. He is holding for quite a bit of time, maybe trying to think about what his best approach could be. Do you think the Asian Invasion opted for the Lee Sin, or do you think maybe he could have even gone back for the set?
I think, well, he went with the set, right? So set's obviously like the one you want to go for. I think set is overall is a good pick in 1v1. I don't think he's lost yet. So like it's a safe pick. I'm really just curious to see what Demon Angel picks, if he's expecting the set or if he's expecting the Lee or something. And Stan, if you can hear me, please pick your champion.
Yeah, we are just waiting for the Observer to lock in their champion here, so that way we can get this underway. And as far as summoner spells, I believe we are running back the same summoner spells from both players. I don't think we'll be seeing anything different, but I could be wrong here once we see what these picks are. And game is going, and here we go. We are seeing the Zed versus Set run back. Same summoner spells. I believe same runes too.
Same everything. Okay. Okay, so this means that Demon Angel he knows how to win now. He's like, okay, I know exactly what I messed up on. Time to run it back. Let's do it again. And he's confident. I like that. He's got the confidence. And Asian Invasion, he kind of has some leeway. Like he can lose this one and still be good. He can still get the first place prize. But Demon Angel is on the back foot right now. He has to win this one or it's all over.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it came down to the difference of an auto attack last time. So, maybe Demon Angel just understanding that all he has to do is just play slightly different in this matchup, just change a little thing, just a little bit of tweaking around, and he should be able to win this. Now, again, this is still a set favored matchup. So for him to opt into this counter pick again is, a little bit questionable, but maybe if he has a game plan in mind, he can execute it. He did a very good job last time of dodging the set Ws.
Yeah, he did. That's just kind of comes with Zed's mobility. I think honestly, Flash may have been a little better than the exhaust here. For Zed, just because the reason why he lost last time was not because he had exhaust, is because he didn't have like any other movement. If he could dodge away from or like skirt away from set again, then I think he wins game one. But that already happened. Set already won. And now we got the rerun, and Zed is just kind of doing work, poking him down with these shurikens right now.
Yeah, definitely trying to do his best to poke him down. Does end up landing the E, hits the double Q proc, and does end up getting a good little trade there as Zed goes for the WE, and he hits the double shuriken. Huge chunk of damage gets taken out of the Asian Invasion.
Yeah, and something to note here, that with Zed shurikens, it does less damage the more it hits, and actually going in.
We got the all-ins here. The exhausts are dropped. The ignites are dropped. Zed dodges the W. He's very low right now. Asian Invasion trying to do his best. One more auto attack, and there it is. Zed getting the first blood. Demon Angel striking back. And we have a tied series.
Will we see a rerun of the same champions? No, I don't. Okay, I don't think Asian Invasion goes for that, actually, because I think he was really, really close to losing game one. And like, although it was closer, it wasn't as close this game. It was like, I think Zed kind of stopped there. I think Zed just kind of just outplayed him, like in like all the ways. Like that double shuriken that he landed was the reason why he won that. But like it's just hard to land one shuriken, let alone two. So I don't think Asian Invasion opts for the set again. I think we might see the Zed again though, because he seems pretty confident on the Zed, unless it's banned, of course. But we'll just have to see. Good play by Demon Angel, bringing it back. not letting the nerves get to him.
Yeah, absolutely. Fantastic play from him right there. Just understanding what he had to do differently this game. Game one, it was just a read. That's all he needed. He needed to see how he was going to play set to know exactly how to play against it. And he did extremely well in that game two, taking advantage of the small mistakes that the Asian Invasion ended up having in that and ending up taking that game two win. So we're going to game three, guys. I mean, shit, where's the silver scrapes, right?
We need some hype up in here, man. Oh shoot.
Alrighty, there we go. And we are now just waiting for the bans to come through here from both players. And looking like we are starting it off. Asian Invasion opting for the Kiana ban, running it back so far. And Demon Angel going for the Tryndamere, not wanting to give him that pick. See if the Asian Invasion sticks tried and true to what he did last time. He bans the Zed, so we are seeing a little bit of difference, not wanting to give Demon Angel the Zed pick as Demon Angel bans away the Dr. Mundo. So Lucian is still up currently. If Asian Invasion forgets about that pick, we could see Demon Angel try to pull that out.
Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
Sorry, which to that, I would say Asian Invasion should try to play his Yasuo. He's got a million mastery on it. At some point, you got to pull it out, right? And we do see the Lucian get banned away from Asian Invasion. So, he just doesn't want to leave that pick up. But, when you ban the Zed, you left something else up. And what could that something else be? I don't exactly remember, honestly.
It was Volibear game 2, I think Lee Sin game 1.
Gotcha. So
But
Demon Angel has some options if he wants to, and as we wait for his third and final ban to come through, and it will be the tried and true Malphite, banning that pick away again, not wanting to let it go through, as we now wait to see this game go underway.
yeah, having the Malphite ban every single time is basically an obvious tell that Demon Angel is going to play some sort of AD champ. Malphite's really good into damage or AD heavy champions, since he naturally has the armor. So I think that Asian Invasion can use that and pick the armor runes, like the adaptive runes. I think maybe he's already doing that. Maybe he's like 5 steps ahead of me. I don't know, but that's just something that you can look at there.
Yeah,
So,
as like a little bit of a tell. Try to give yourself a little bit of an advantage. Now, it could also be a play by Demon Angel to take away the Malphite pick, but then to still follow up with something AP. You never know, because if he does something like that, and Asian Invasion does end up taking armor runes, well, it's not, game winning. It is an advantage that can go in his favor if he does something like that. So everybody's locked in now except for Demon Angel, as we do wait to see what his final lock-in pick will be here.
This is well, we're obviously not going to see a set Zed matchup again. We might see the set again though, but we definitely won't see the Zed. Or we might see something else entirely. It might just I really don't know, man. This is crazy. This is the game 3 that everybody wants. Everybody wanted. I think we've gone the distance for every single series that we've streamed so far. And the semis,
absolutely.
yeah.
And
Fun.
rightfully so. I mean, when you get down to it, these are the cream of the crop, the best of the best competing right now, and they are definitely showing why they are some of the best players in this league. As we do get the final lock-in from Demon Angel, let's see what we ended up getting out of both of these players. See if they might have ran back even the same summoner spells.
This is this is a weird little matchup. I'll wait for the stream to show it. But
Yeah, here we go. Kled versus Zoe.
what what the hell?
It's not the worst matchup, but I do think this is I don't even know who has the advantage here, honestly. If
Don't
Kled
know
gets on
either.
top of Zoe, he definitely takes down Zoe, but Zoe could possibly just distance so well that Kled never really gets a chance to get on top of her. So I think I have to give the advantage over to the Kled in this. He has the tools to get on top of a carry, at least at level 6. But Zoe also has very strong poke. I think this has to be won though pre-6 if Demon Angel wants to take home the title of 1v1 champion.
Okay, I have some stats. Zoe versus Kled in the mid lane. Zoe wins 91% of the time.
Win rate
That's-
wise or kill
Yeah,
rate?
win rate. Out of 11 matches, she won. I think that's 10 or 9, something like that. But 91% of the time, it's not a very
Okay.
big sample size. But Zoe, out of these games, has dominated in all of those. And so now that's in the mid lane. Let's try top lane now. But okay, 0 matches. Okay, let me.
Alrighty. Well, as you
Okay.
go and see if you can
Interesting.
find any kind of data on this, the lane is starting, and Zoe already missing 1 CS here. A little bit surprising, honestly, as he currently has 0 CS, missing 3 of the minions currently. He does get 2 of them, though. And will he end up getting this? And he does end up getting this, so he's up 4-3. So, Kled right now, kind of just chilling back, not trying to play super aggressive here, understanding that all he has to do is just get to 6. And he's already going in, though. Bubble does end up landing, and Zoe just pops a bubble with the auto attack, using the Q. Gets a little bit of splash on the Kled there.
I have some more stats. Okay, so that 91% win rate was in platinum only, and so in this is every rank, top lane, Kled versus Zoe. That match has happened 4 times. Wait, okay. This match has happened 4 times, and Kled has won 0% of the time. So Zoe just hard shit stomps Kled. Like, let's just be real. This is
Well,
free for Zoe.
anything could have happened in those games for how
Mhm.
low a sample size it is, but it does look like the Kled maybe not the best play. If there is a Zoe up on the board, maybe she's just able to play back a little bit. As he does land the bubble now, and walking up, does end up taking a tower shot. I wouldn't say that's worth exactly, as he does have a large wave advantage trying to get this thing shoved in here. Now, level 6 is about to pop for Kled, and if he hits that level 6, will he end up going in? And Zoe using the RQ and ends up taking a tower shot for it. So right now, struggling a little bit in the mana department as Kled is just sustaining back up here, collecting this wave under his tower.
Yeah, something big to note in these ARAM games, especially with how short the 1v1s are, you have to be mindful of your mana. And if you pick a champion that doesn't rely on mana, like Kled for example, or Zed, or Set, or whatever the champion may be, you're already at an advantage there because you don't have to worry about you only have to worry about one resource, which is your HP bar, while Zoe has to worry about 2. If you don't have mana, your Zoe's useless. It means she's a mage. No mana means you're basically useless. But
yeah, and this is ooh, big pop just lands there. And this is a scary position right here for Zoe right now, because she's down a level to this Kled, as Kled is level 7 right now. He has ultimate. If he ever hits his ultimate, or is in a position where he can go in, where Zoe can't get back to tower, Zoe could be in trouble.
Yeah, I actually just thought of something interesting too. Zoe's W, I'm pretty sure that Zoe has a point in W at this point.
Oh, here we go, though. Kled's going in on her. Take a little bit of trading. Zoe using the ultimate, doesn't land the follow-up Q.
But yeah, so Zoe could theoretically ignite Kled twice in these fights because she can pick it up. Also, can it get the exhaust twice as well. Although that doesn't stack if they're on top of each other like Ignite does, but it is still there. It's like 5 seconds of reduced damage.
Yeah, like 6 seconds exact. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
6 seconds of just reduced damage out of Kled would be absolutely insane, on top of having double Ignite. So definitely has to understand that is a very real possibility, a very real threat here in this matchup. So we go ahead and take a look at the CS right now. It is very even right now, 26-28. As Kled does end up popping a few CS here. And this is, again, like I said, this is a very, very close matchup right now. All things considered, both players now level 8 and level 9 respectively. And the bubble does land on the Kled. Kled using the ultimate goes in, negates the bubble altogether, and ends up taking a tower shot for it. So interesting little interaction there, but ends up not having his main engage tool anymore. As he goes in, eats through the wave, hits the Q onto Zoe. Zoe just R's away to break the bear trap, and is looking to trade it back a little bit here.
Zoe's gotta be careful of that health bar.
Drops the Ignite onto him, and Kled now very, very low here. Exhaust goes down right now. Zoe's going in for this final kill here, but so is the Kled. And unfortunately, the spectator disconnected due to AFK. And the game is over, ladies and gentlemen. It's unfortunate you missed it, but Asian Invasion ends up securing the first blood over Demon Angel in a very, very close match. But ultimately, in the end, The winner of the tournament is the Asian Invasion.
Oh, that was
Uh,
terrible timing.
All right,
No.
guys, make sure to 9 times the observer for going AFK.
No.
Yeah, I think
That's unfortunate.
I think if for the at least for the AFK, what I do personally is I just walk around in the in between your Nexus towers a little bit, and it at least prevents it from me there. So very unfortunate that
Man.
we don't see you don't see the finals. I mean, that's like your mom coming through and disconnecting the internet right
Right.
as you're in the most heated moment of the game, or someone coming through and turning off the TV on the game-winning goal. So very unfortunate, but at the end of the day,
Unfortunate,
congratulations
yes.
to the Asian Invasion and the most underwhelming finals I really think we've ever seen, all things considered. Uh, all jokes aside, though, congratulations to the Asian Invasion. You played very well, taking down Demon Angel in a 2-1 victory. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That
I want to
is the
see.
Tier 1 tournament.
I'm gonna see if I can get him in for an interview real quick.
Absolutely.
Typing. Sure. All right, we're bringing him in. Let's break the news to him. Who wants to do it? Because I don't want to do
I will do it.
it.
Asian Invasion, congratulations on winning the tournament. How does it feel?
I'm hyped, bro. I'm freaking sweaty. It's disgusting, and I'm loving it.
So I can say this, you might not want to watch that one back because unfortunately, as you went for the series winning kill, our own observer disconnected due to AFK.
I
At the
saw
moment
that,
of
and
the
I was
kill.
like, I saw the observer DC. I'm like, dang, they don't trust me, huh?
Yeah, and it ended up being that unfortunately the
No.
fans did not get to see you get that game winning kill. He loaded right back in right as the first blood popped up on the screen.
All right,
So-
I got the play-by-play. All right, so Zoe caught me out because I missed my EQ, so my dash hook, and I got bursted pretty hard. He knocked me off his Scarl. He used his summoner spells somewhat early, but I understand it because he wants to prevent me from healing. But because I'm a gamer and I got my W up at the time, I was able to get my courage stacks up and burned my sums on him, and thankfully to Ignite, he died.
Oh,
That-
there you go, guys. That's pretty much exactly what we saw. So, congratulations to Asian Invasion. Anything you want to say to your opponent or to the fans?
Shout out to my boy Demon Angel for being a good sport. I appreciated playing against you. You're actually really cracked. I'm a little confused about the Mundo Malphite bans, but you know what? I respect it. And I like to thank my homeboys BFC for rooting me on, whether they say it vocally or not, especially you, Nightmare. I love you. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Awesome.
Awesome. Any final questions for Maiden?
Nah, I have none. Congratulations, man. You're going home with a bunch of loot tonight. It's gonna be
Let's
awesome.
go, baby. I'm hyped.
Alrighty, so there you guys have it. The end of the AVG 1v1 tournament ends up going the way of the Asian Invasion in I wouldn't even say a surprising upset. I mean, the man just played well all tournament long, knocking down tough opponent after tough opponent. He ended up taking down Intensify, Carnage, and Demon Angel, 3 of the best players in this tournament. If anybody thinks he didn't earn it, you're just crazy. So, he played through a really tough bracket. So congrats to him. And with that, tomorrow we have the All-Star game. We have the rankings finalized, I do believe. Correct me if I'm wrong there, Sam.
No, the rankings are final. They are.
Alrighty.
Go.
Have we posted who the MVP players are going to be?
We have not. You can,
Alrighty.
talk to the Boxman, but you're more than welcome to post it. If you
Alrighty.
like.
Alrighty. So real quick, while I get this loaded up here, I will be able to tell you who our top 2 players going into the MVP game are from each ranking. And if anybody's not able to make it, I do believe it goes down to the 3rd place player, correct?
Yes.
Alrighty, so for the top lane, drumroll please, we have Axiom, number 1 player overall in the top lane. And number 2, Celibate Squirrel. Congratulations to both of you guys. You guys both made it into the All-Star game. Looking at the next position in the jungle, we have... Get this pulled up here. In the jungle, we have number 1, Kitmaster 23 and Amphipod in the jungle. So we have the jungler from La Espada and the jungler from OTS making it through into the All-Star game. Looking at the mid lane now, it will be Intensify from I'm Not Trying, the team captain from there, and the Notorious Mid from Third Impact making it in to the All-Star game for the mid lane position. For the ADC position, number 1 coming through will be Biostir in the All-Star game, and Complex, myself, making it through from La Espada.
Woo!
Biostir coming in from INT. And to round it out for the supports, coming through for the All-Star game will be number 1, JT Ripper, and number 2, GoGo Fate. So we have 4 players from I'm Not Trying making it through into the All-Star game. That is absolutely insane.
Balanced team, man. It's really, really balanced. Yeah. We could theoretically have the entire INT roster playing on the same team. Or
Yeah, but
almost the entire.
that would also require Mo to have probably not played Mordekaiser and played something a little bit more kill oriented for him to have
Right.
cracked it in there. All
Yeah.
jokes aside, though, congratulations to all of you who made it into the All-Star game. That will be taking place tomorrow. Aiden, what time is that game going to be?
I'm gonna be honest, I have no clue. Although I'm pretty sure it's gonna be after 6 p.m. Eastern time. If I had to take a wild guess, somewhere
Alrighty,
between
guys.
6 Eastern time and midnight.
Gotcha.
Somewhere between there.
Alrighty. So what we were gonna do is, after this stream is over, we will make a league announcement posting who the players are that made it through and what the teams will end up looking like if we have that decided already. And that'll be it for us here. Thank you to everybody who came out. We'll also post the time in there with that post, by the way. So again, thank you for everybody who came out. Thank you for everybody who participated in the 1v1 tournament. Congratulations to the Asian Invasion taking first place, Demon Angel taking second place, Carnage taking third place, and Mailbox rounding it out in fourth place. So congrats to you guys. You guys are our top 4 prize winners for this 1v1 tournament. And with that said, we will see you guys tomorrow at the All-Stars game. Stay tuned.
destroyed. Blue team's turret has been 30 seconds until minions spawn.
Sound the march. The warrior
Minions
spirit
have
is
spawned.
never broken. A Demacian does not retreat.